Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, welcoming you back to some more of Let's Play Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinestrals. Last time we left off, we went to Dankirk Castle, and we gotta check out their little situation that they have going on in the dungeon. What kind of sneaky activity might be going on over here? Well, I know that they've got blue crabs, and I'm Johnny the Fighter, so I'm very accustomed to taking out crabs of any color, and I will surely make them dead as dead can get. Oh, but let's see what's going on over here in this direction. I'm a little worried about Lexus because I know that he is only level 29 and he could very well get killed here. Very, very easily, but we're gonna just assume that everything will go perfectly well. This is easily one of the longest dungeons in the game, so if you think that you're just gonna be able to mosey along on through this, no, you are surely mistaken. This is actually a very long one, even if you know exactly where to go, which I generally do. I hope I do, at least. It's not that complicated. It's a pretty straightforward path still, but there's just a lot of boss battles, well, not boss battles, a lot of enemy fights, and a lot of puzzles that you have to take care of. Like, you have to come down here and hit that bridge. You just have to make sure you're going the right way is what I'm getting at. But anyhow, so we'll come up along there, backtrack a little bit of a ways up here again, and hopefully we don't have to get into a fight. Yes, alright. I'll try to dodge as many fights as I can. I'll probably end up having to cut some out later on, because we will get into a very unnecessary amount, I'm sure. Up here, you know, have the whole depth perception thing, but use your hook shot, go across, and damn these mummy guys. Oh, but we've seen these mummies before. Nothing that we can't handle. If my voice sounds kind of weird today, guys, it's because I'm still pretty sick. I'm probably more sick than I was yesterday, so please bear with me as we trample through this cave. Oh, poisoning! Oh, that's the last thing I needed. Battle anger! Oh, that's very appropriate. That perfectly shows how I feel when I get poisoned in any game at all. Even this one, where the poisoning is not all that bad. And Johnny, I believe, is the only one to still have the poison antidote spell on him. So, anyhow, moving right along. More mummies. Luckily, we can outrun these mummies. Make a break for it wherever we can. Oh, evil flowers! So you'll get here and you're like, what? Dead end. What do I do now? You probably won't even want to jump down here because you're like, where do I go? But you throw a bomb down right there. It blows apart that skeleton. Hit the switch. Make sure, it's absolutely vital you hit those switches. The red switches, there are 4 of them all together, and you want to turn them from red to blue. You've got to get it, and Medusa boobies. That's all I got to say. A few episodes back, I was mentioning how, you know, oh, it's really nice that the Medusa chicks, like the one in the middle there, you know, they're a little chibi, nice and clothed, and then you get these with the God of War boobs hanging out. This game is slowly seeming like it became some sort of a mod rather than a game that was officially licensed by Nintendo in the mid-90s when they were all really big about, you know, everything. I mean, even obviously nudity of any kind of sort, and even though there's the lack of nipples here, I don't think that would get by censors even today. Very seriously doubt it. But anyhow, let's try to take care of them as best we can. They are strong, too. Let me tell you, they will really give you a hard time. As you can see, Guy is paralyzed, so he's completely out of it. This isn't that kind of Pokemon paralysis where there's a chance that you can still attack. Oh no, if you're paralyzed, you are paralyzed, and we are not in a very good situation. But I'm realizing more and more, ooh, if Lexus doesn't die, how great of a sorcerer, wizard, mage he really is. He's actually a bit better than Selen even, which I didn't remember him being that good, but he's really actually pulling his weight, despite the fact he's only level 29, so I can't complain too much. Especially when I'm level 54, I'm way above and beyond where I'm supposed to be. So here's an interesting wall, and a little different from the usual ones we've seen. And you can, okay, you can't use a hammer there. I thought you could use a hammer, but I guess we've got to use the bomb, even though the hammer acts a lot like the bomb, and you've got to blow this one up a few times, but you'll notice as you do bomb after bomb, you're doing more damage, so it's not like, what, why isn't this working, kind of a thing. And you'll go through here, it's just a little secret area anyway. You get a high magic, and more importantly, an earth fruit, which we will be using later on to evolve our monsters. You push that block over there. You could push it back and the spikes would go back down, but you actually do want to go this way, so it kind of directs you in a sense to go back up the stairs, and oh, more of these guys. Oh. I promise later on I'll be cutting out more boss battles, or not boss battles. I keep on saying that today. I'm sick. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. But I'll cut out some more of these battles as we go along, because this is going to get pretty crazy, pretty quick. The upside to this, and I'll even mention it now, is that at the end of this dungeon, there is a boss battle, but it's a really easy one. Probably the easiest we've seen since, I don't know, we fought those lions. That was a pretty easy boss fight, if you ask me. So don't expect anything too rough at the end. So if you find yourself completely crippled, don't worry, because you'll cut yourself a small break at that point in the game. Anyways, physical attacks, pretty much useless against these guys. Really a shame, but anyhow, well, at least we skipped the desert rose. Oh, and that one too. Nice, we're moving right along as quickly as possible. Must get through super long dungeon. We'll dodge evil blue crab. And let's see, what do we have here? Oh, the eye! It saw me! Look at those eyes. Oh, so if you haven't already figured it out, the whole gimmick here is you have to move the pillar in front of the eye so you can get around it. Although those eyes really remind me of like the very beginning of Ocarina of Time. You have to shoot those eyes with the slingshot. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they definitely look like him, right? So here's our first hint that you have to hit those 4 switches to lower those spikes, and it doesn't tell you till now. So if you miss that switch, you have to double back quite a ways to go get that one. So highly recommend you grab that one while you have the chance. That way you can just continue on this path, and it will take you directly to where you want to be going. Fireball these water things. I find it weird still that water type enemies are really weak against fire. That just doesn't happen in any game at all, except for this one. But then again, this game is not the status quo. This game is far from the quo. It is its own kind of strange RPG for the Super Nintendo that, I don't know. It's pretty rare. I just looked up some prices on this the other night, and I saw some going for as much as $100 for just the cartridge only. So woot woot for getting a really weird game for the Super Nintendo. Anyway, we go through this door, we find the Fury Ribbon, which is a nice piece of headwear for Selene. Nothing special. It only raises her defense by a little bit, I believe. Yeah, just 4. But it does have the IP ability on it, Weak Point, which reduces enemy defense by an 1/8. So, not so bad, right? You can get a little bit of use out of it. Now this wall we can hammer the wall. Step there, bring those pillars down, which will promptly go right back up. And, well, I guess we're going to probably have to fight these guys anyway. Try to take them out with the mummy. Fireball should work fine against these guys, right? I mean, at least these are the type of enemy that you can tell what they're weak against just by looking at them. I mean, they're covered in toilet paper for all we know, so. And melee attacks work particularly well, but as I said before, these are enemies that we encountered much earlier on in the game, so they're pretty easy now. And at least they're not the rape skeletons, right? So, let's see. Oh, yes, okay. So you have the eyes behind these vines here. There's 3 of them all together. You can shoot them with an arrow or the hook. Looks like we're gonna fight this. What? Surprise attack? Are you serious? Wait, go back and look at that. That was, no way was that a surprise attack. Oh no, we gotta fight vampires that look like they're part of Team Edward, or at the very least, 10-year-olds out on Halloween. I mean, seriously, those are the most non-threatening vampires in the entire game or world or all of video game history. Well, that's probably not true. I'm sure people could find me much less threatening vampires, but anyhow, there's an enemy in here that I'll show you later on that is pure nightmare fuel as far as I'm concerned, so that will be a good contrast, I guess. Anyhow, 1 eye down, 2 eyes down, and then that block will come down. It's a block you can't move, falls right on the switch, and you take out the 3rd eye, and then behind us, the 3rd switch, I believe, 3rd switch, I want to say, falls down, so hit that with the sword and make our way further. Now this, oh, talk about tediousness. We've got our obligatory blue chest over there that's got the key that we'll need to get to the final room, but man, talk about some busy work here. Move that block over to the left, come back here, you'll notice this little like raised up platform. Step on that, and the first step of the 2 will appear, and I'm guessing that you can figure it out for yourself the rest of the way. Yes, just move this one over onto the right switch, and go back, and what do you know? Another platform appears. So there you go. Grab ourselves the Dankirk key, ever so triumphantly. Anything behind here? Nope. No dice. Alright, moving right along. Now, this part kind of confused me at first, because I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but you just move this over here. I thought it had something to do with that pillar, that screw-like pillar in the middle, but apparently that's just there for show. You can't really do anything with it. It's just to block you from using like the hook or an arrow to hit the switch, I would imagine. So let's just go back. Hopefully we can dodge these guys. Alright, there we go. Nice. The less enemy battles, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Nope. Okay, fine, fine, fine. You get one more of the chibi booby Medusas. Just one more. I think one more at least. I don't really remember how many are in this total. Blizzard. Just stick to Blizzard and Fireball. Those are just the two go-to kind of magics right now. I think we'll get some better ones pretty soon, though. They've got some pretty crazy elemental magics towards the end of this game that I can't wait to be using, because even though I'm more of a melee fighter, they are definitely useful when you get to just enemies in the last areas. You can take them out really quickly, and you won't have to deal with these ridiculous enemies that just beat you to death and try to poison you. Easter Island heads attacking. Oh, it's all sorts of crazy in this world, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, geez, melee is just not working today. Not working one bit. Ugh. Oh, I got some nice levels off of that, though. I guess I can't complain too much. But levels are not what we really need. What we really need is to be moving on. Solving problems. Oop, 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 oop. Well, that's not going to work. I guess we'll have to take on Blue Crab. Blue Crab number 3, the Garbost. Luckily, these guys have an elemental weakness, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Oh, speaking of not having to worry too much about blue things, man, did you see what they did to Mega Man in Street Fighter Cross Tekken? Holy crap, dude. They literally made him just like a fat guy that's cosplaying the Mega Man from the front cover of Mega Man 1 for the NES. If you haven't seen him, go look for a Google image searcher, or find some rant, because there's a lot of them on YouTube I've already found of people just going crazy about it. But anyhow, I digress. Let's deal with these Asashins? Asashins. Are you serious? First chibi Medusa boobs, and now Asashins? Asashins. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say about this anymore. Like, this game, seriously, like, if you didn't tell anyone that this was officially licensed by Nintendo, if you got rid of, like, the title screen and all that, this might as well be, like, some sort of a Super Nintendo homebrew that somebody made. Someone in some sort of a foreign country that doesn't have the perfect sense of English about them. Oh, man. How did all these errors get by? It's just so confusing. Oh, but anyhow, what can I say about the Asashins? They don't hurt that much with their melee attacks, but they do have a lot of speed, so they'll probably get the jump on you. They also have a move called Terminal Blow, I believe it's called, which can instantly kill a party member, so watch out for that one. It's a lot more effective than the Perish, or, you know, the equivalent of that in the instant kill in magic form, so just be wary of it. Oh, and we got some more of these dragon guys. They are not that hard. Definitely on the more easy end of enemies in this dungeon, although we've seen just about all of them except for the crazy nightmare field monsters that I brought up earlier, and oh, don't worry, they're coming, and they will scare you. They really totally caught me off guard the first time I fought them. I was like, what the hell is that? Right, so some fireball action. Red? Red must mean weak against fireball, right? No, not so much. Battle Anger! There you go. That's a good way to end a fight. But anyways, guys, I'm running out of time. So, I guess I'll go grab these kind of hidden treasure chests real fast. See what we get here. A flame jewel. Alright, not so bad. Not so bad. A Figaro, better known as a wrench, but better weapon for Lexus nonetheless. And a dragon egg. But anyways, guys, I'm going to equip that stuff, and I am out of time. So thank you so much for watching. This has been the Johnny Cage. Please subscribe, like, comment if you have not, and I will talk to all of you tomorrow.